Ladies and gentlemen, Alabama football is back. Before we get into it, cue that beautiful intro. I'm your host, Justin Riley, and we are brought to you by Workspace Solutions. If your business needs a digital presence or a full-fledged marketing team, these are the guys to provide it and at the prices that are very competitive. Help this channel out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, get in the comment section down below. So yes, fall camp is here. So what happened? On the press conference today, Nick Saban highlighted some of the things that he felt stood out the most. First and foremost, he made it abundantly clear, don't ask him about the quarterback situation.
You're going to ask me about the quarterbacks every day. Every day I'm going to tell you the same thing.
So other than telling us not to ask, the main thing he said, no one has really pulled ahead yet. And when they do, and it's decisive, then we will have our answer.
Somebody's got to take the bull by the horns. Somebody's got to separate themselves. When that happens, we'll tell you. Be glad to tell you. When we're going to take the cake out of the oven, we will tell you when it's the time. All right, but until then, there's really nothing to talk about. There's nothing to say. So there's not a whole lot of sense in asking about it.
Other than that, the tight ends were a big part of day one. CJ Dupree established himself as tight end one and was making some big moves.
CJ has been a really good addition to that group. He's got maturity. He's got experience. He's got size. He's got good hands. He's pretty good in the passing game. He's a pretty decent blocker. Right now, Blickley has really made a lot of improvement. He's kind of a mismatch player a little bit in the passing game.
Not only that, Danny Lewis, as shown in the spring game, is going to be a major factor this fall, and it began today. And then he moved to the defensive side of the ball. But before we get to what happened there, we have to go back to SEC Media Days in Nashville. Dallas Turner was appointed as one of the speakers for the Crimson Tide at Media Days. Probably the most talked about soundbite provided was him proclaiming Julius Murderball had returned. That wasn't the only bold proclamation. In an interview he did with Next Round Live, he talked about the things that were missing under Pete Golding: energy, trust in the coach, aggressive style of play, chemistry, and competition. He quickly told us that in the offseason, those things were being returned. Trust in the coaches there, but also the coaches' trust in the players has been implemented. As a matter of fact, Kevin Steele has appointed them as police of themselves and is allowing them to make the decisions based on the demeanor of Dallas Turner. He's pissed off because of what happened this past season. He and the rest of this defense are taking pride in riding the ship. After hearing that, you had to wonder, would it carry over to fall camp? Well, fall camp is here. So let's get back to the final thing that was highlighted in the presser. Coach Saban talked about the defense, more importantly, the linebackers. As we all know, under Pete Golding, they didn't exactly resemble Alabama linebackers that we're accustomed to, the Reuben Fosters, the Reggie Raglins, Dante Hightowers, Rolando McClains. Would this be an attacking defense instead of a reacting defense? Well, it appears that way because Coach Saban said these guys are probably the most improved group, and they seem to get it right now. He didn't really say a whole lot, but by not saying a whole lot, he was actually saying a lot. He trusts that these guys get it. Deontay Lawson led the day along with Jahad Campbell.
Devontae Lawson played really good football when he played last year. He was injured a lot of the time. He sat out the spring, got his knee worked on a little bit. He's had a good summer. He's got good leadership. He's got good understanding of the defense. Jahad Campbell has made really good progress.
He's fully recovered, and he and Jahad are already making noise. Other than that, Coach Saban just simply said, I'm very pleased. If Coach Saban's saying he's simply pleased, then we as fans need to be very excited.
You know, I'm happy with the group. We've got lots of competition at the position. So I'm pleased with the way these guys are progressing. They made a tremendous amount of progress, and I think, we had a lot of guys out in the spring, both outside backers and one inside backer, so gave guys a lot of opportunity to get a lot of reps there. With those guys back, we got a little better leadership, and I like the experience that we have in the group.
So that was day one. We can't wait to see what day two will bring. But hey, guys, football's back. And I remind you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you think in these comments here. Stay tuned for more Alabama news. Roll Tide.